Yes. Oh, hold on, Chad. Hold on. I forgot. You know what it is, Chad? I got so hyped I got so hyped for this. I got so hyped for this. No, I gotta get right. I gotta get right. Hold on. Let me just. There we go. There we go. Man, shit. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. I got so hyped I didn't even plug my mic in. No, I didn't even have my mic set up and whatnot. For those of you watching on YouTube and on Twitch, welcome to another edition of What the Hell's Happened in Sports. It's your boy, the one and only NERO. And we back with another one. Shout outs for can't even talk. Shout outs to Sports Tool for already tuning in. He already said bad week for sports team except for the Pats. Indeed. And we're gonna get into that. You already know the vibes. Yes, sir. Hell yeah. Shout out to Sports Tool. Yeah, man. Like Sports Tool said, great for the Pats. Celtics, a little rough for the Celtics last couple games. Not rough in obviously they lost the last couple games, but they didn't lose, get blown out or nothing. It was just tough losses. But the Red Sox also, Red Sox are rough right now. It's rough right now for the Sox. I ain't gonna hold you, chat. I ain't gonna hold you. Real rough. Yeah, freaking. I don't want to get into that right now, but I'm going to get into that. No bullshit. And since I'm getting into that, let me just add something real quick on my end. Hold on one second. Let me just fix this before I forget. Because honestly, let me just got to add something real quick. Hold on, chats. Hold on. If you're in the comments, besides Sports Tool, appreciate Sports Tool for tuning in. If you're tuning in right now, say what's up. Say what's up, Kaj. Say what's up. All right, there you go. Bingo. All right. Now, the Pats. You see the title. How about them Pats? Well, you know what? How about them fucking Pats, Jack? How about them Pats, man? Man, oh man. What a win Sunday night. Their first playoff win without Tom Brady since 1997. And their first playoff win in general since Super Bowl 50. What was it? 50. Super Bowl 50 was 2016. So that means Super Bowl 53. Their last playoff win since Super Bowl 53. Who would have thought? And you know why? Man, oh man. It wasn't pretty, but Drake May is a game changer for him. Ah, man, you already know the vibes. Chat. With that being said, let's get right into this, shall we? Get right into it. Now, if it lets me, there we go. Bingo. Now, let me just get this for y'all, and we will be good. Ah, man, we're going to recap all of the, all of the playoff games. What I'm going to do also, I'm going to go through the stats. Like per usual, if you tune in, I'm going to go through the stats. I'm going to go through the losing team first, and then for the winning team. I'm going to do it all games, all the wild card games this weekend. Yeah, I'm going to do it. So, and this will be a longer episode. It will be a longer episode. Gotta be. You feel me? And also, I low-key forgot one thing again. See, what it is also is I got so excited. I got so excited to get on. And I was prepared, don't get me wrong, but once I saw Sports Tool comment already, I got hyped. I'm like, man, I got to get on here real quick. Guys. You already know. Shout out to Beastly Peter. Yes, sir, Ski. Yeah. I tell you, man, he already knows the vibes, guys. Word. All right, best. So I got that set up. And bingo. All right, y'all. Let's get into our first game. And you already know the vibes for the first game. Chargers, Pats. 16-3 final at Gillette Sunday night. The Pats take out the LA Chargers, and Justin Herbert still does not have a playoff win in his career. I don't know when he's going to get it, bro. But obviously, it ain't happening this year because he's already... Get him the fuck out of here, Kaish. He's already out of here. All right, starting with the Chargers. I'm going to go through it. I ain't going to spend too much time on the Chargers. We don't give a fuck about the Chargers, Kaish. We don't. Mind you, I wore a Charger-esque fit during the weekend. Beastly Beaner saw it, called me out for it, but like I told him, it's bad luck for them Chargers. You feel me? So, Justin Herbert, 19-31, 159 yards, nothing. That's it, nothing. And he was sacked 6 times. He did have 10 rushes for 57 yards. Kamani Vidal, 11 for 31. Herbert also fumbled twice. Ladd McConkey, 3 catches, 32 yards. Aronde Gatson, 3 for 30. Keenan Allen, 3 for 25. Trey Harris, 2 for 20. Quentin Johnson, 3 for 20. Kamani Vidal, 2 for 20. And Fisk, the tight end, who it was his first game in weeks, 3 for 12. And mind you, he only had 2 catches the whole year, so he had 3 in the playoff game. Herbert only lost 1 fumble. Deshaun Hand had a fumble recovery on defense, and Odafe Owe had 2 forced fumbles. Deion Henley had an interception on Drake May. We will get into that also. Henley with 13 total tackles. Tarheeb still had 8. Derwin James had 4. Odafe Owe was freaking dominant. He's dominant. He was dominant in this game, and he is going to get paid this offseason. Who knows? Maybe the Pats. I don't know. Somebody's going to pay his ass. Odafe Owe, 4 total tackles, 3 sacks, and obviously those sacks were tackle for losses, but he dominated. 3 sacks, 2 forced fumbles. Elite Chargers-wise, I got to give him his props. Odafe Owe, you made yourself some money. He said this man was this Beastly Bean was funny. This man was a full-out Chargers fan. I was just wearing Charger-esque colors, nigga. I was bad luck for them young niggas. No bullshit. I was bad luck for them niggas. Because you know what, man? Justin Herbert and them young ones ain't do a damn thing. Derwin James couldn't even get back for his man's nigga. Telling you. But no, he's right though. I was wearing the Charger fit. If I was honestly, if the Pats weren't gonna play the Chargers, right? Truthfully, if they weren't gonna play, maybe my fit would have been good luck. But it was bad luck, and now get him the hell out of there. You feel me? Now Odafe was cooking Will Campbell. Will Campbell struggled. He did. He really did. We'll get into that, but yeah, he for a first playoff game, Will Campbell, you could say he just came off an injury, and he's played a couple games already, this being included the second game. But yeah, Odafe Owe, and even Khalil Mack, man, made his life hell. No bullshit. Tier Tart also had a sack. He had 2 tackles for losses, 4 total tackles. And Tuli Pelotu had 2 tackles and a sack. Now, that kid right there, Tuli Pelotu, obviously, he was named the Pro Bowler this year. He's a stud. But now, even at USC, he was a stud for real. Finally, he's in a starting role. His first couple years, he was a rotational pass rusher. This year, he was a starter. He's finally broke out in a in a larger role, that kid right there is going to be a stud, a real stud. Like he's going to wreak havoc in the AFC West for years to come. Shout out to them. They got some young players. If they get their tackles back next year, which they will, they should still be the same team. They fired their OC today. There will be some changes. Hopefully the Chargers do come back stronger. Happy trails to the Chargers, though. Get them the fuck out of here, guys. No bullshit. But now, for your New England Patriots. Shout out to Flight 23 White, because I know he was happy as shit. Drake May, in his first playoff start, wasn't pretty at times, but again, ultimately, I should say, he got the job done. 17 of 29, 268 yards, 58% completion percentage, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. He was sacked 5 times. He rushed 10 times for 66 yards. Ramondre Stevenson had 10 rushes for 53 yards. Travion Henderson, 9 for 27, and the game-sealing rush to end the game. So you know what? 146 yards on the ground. Can't complain. They did what they had to do. Wish somebody would have scored, but, it doesn't always work like that. Out of the backfield, Ramondre Stevenson, who's been a stud all year when it comes to catching passes, and he's been on a heater the last 4 weeks. 3 catches, 75 yards. He had a 48 yard catch. Man, I thought he was going to take it to the cribbo. I thought so, bro. Kayshon Boutte, 4 for 66. Hunter Henry, 3 for 64 and a touchdown. A touchdown against his former team. Hunter Henry, you, my good sir, deserve an applause. Shout out to Hunter Henry. Efton Chisholm, his first career playoff catch went for 20 yards. Stephon Diggs was held in check. But, he did what he had to do. He was out there kind of, what's the word? What's the word I want to say? He was just out there to be out there at times. When he's out there, you got to pay attention to him. So he was more used as a decoy. But 2 catches for 16 is not bad. What up, Sports Tool? Thank you for tuning back in, Kaj. Travion Henderson, 1 for 9. Jack Westover, 1 for 8. He's being used a little more. I like Jack Westover. A good young player. He should be here for the next couple years. He's going to be in the prominent fullback row. He's been doing well blocking also, so give him some credit. Shout out to Jack Westover. Kyle Williams' first career playoff catch went for 7 yards. Demario Douglas' first career playoff catch went for 3. Drake May did lose a fumble. Caleb Chason and Marcus Jones both forced fumbles. Christian Ellis did recover a fumble. On defense, Craig Woodson in his first career playoff game and start, 9 total tackles. Marcus Jones, 6 total tackles and a sack, and also a pass deflection. Robert Spillane, 6 total tackles and a pass deflection. Christian Ellis, 3 total tackles. Jalen Hawkins with 3. Milton Williams, Caleb Chason, those guys were wrecking havoc. Milton with 3, Chason with 2. Both of them 3 tackles and 2 tackles respectively. 2 sacks, 2 tackle for losses. Caleb Chason with the forced fumble. Anthony Jennings, 2 tackles and a sack. Also, somebody else. Oh, yeah. And so there's your 6 sacks right there. So, yeah, Justin Herbert, life was a living hell for him, bro. Life was a living hell, guys. Man, oh, man. Man, oh, man. And honestly, chat, I'm going to get this for you right now. Just a little bit of highlights. Just a little bit of highlights for y'all. I'm just waiting for it to play. Just waiting for it to play. Bear with me. Bear with me. Hold on. I would show all the highlights, but I'm only going to show you what's really important, guys. What's really important. What's really important is right here. I'm going to show y'all when Herbert died. I got you. Now, here's some highlights. Go this back a little bit. Can't really have this operation on the back end. Very I have the sound a little bit. Can't really have it too high. Here's Drake May's pick. That's Drake May's pick right there. You know, tough. Now this was on. They actually had a 4th down stop right here. They couldn't get it in, and ultimately this is where the game changed. Because I honestly feel if the Chargers would have scored right here, they would have had a shot to win this game. But the Pats defense with the bend not break a poach got the job done. You see here, he was targeting Keenan Allen, Christian Gonzalez with the pass coverage. Couldn't get it done. Pats take over on downs. I'm going to show you a few plays right here. Here's Ramondre's 48-yard catch. Went nuts. There you go. I thought he was going to score, but ultimately number 27 caught up to him. You know, Ramondre's not really, as fast. Well, he's fast, but he ain't Travion Henderson, guys. You feel me? Now, going to skip through a little bit. Going to skip through. Let me just see. All right, bet. So, bear with me. I don't pay for YouTube. I had to skip through, Kush. I don't. Shout out to Scrubs. I used to watch Scrubs as a kid. These are the guys that were on it. One of my favorite shows. No bullshit. But please, I need the ads to get the hell off my screen. Shout out to VT. Hold on. Bingo. All right. Play before. Ramondre had a nice little run. Now here you go. Drake May under center. Fake hand off to Travion. And then he finds Hunter Henry with the touchdown. Woo! Only touchdown in the game for the Pats. Again, Hunter Henry's touchdown for Hunter Henry against his former team. And his former team was sent packing, Kaish. Nice touchdown. Got it over Derwin James. Word. Now, I know you want me to show you when Justin Herbert died. Here's one of the instances. That's part 1 of where he died. Forced fumble right there by Kayvon Chason. Recovered by Christian Ellis. Again, I would have the sound. I don't want to get flagged. Another ad. Jesus Christ. I'm going to see if I can show all the a lot of, footage of some of the other wild card games. It's just tough. I'm probably going to have to do it from the NFL.com site because they're going to be quicker. But yeah. Pats didn't do much. Drake May fumbled again. Jared Wilson with a nice recovery. Best recovery I've seen all season. No bullshit. All right, let's get to it. 5 minutes left of the game. This is the Chargers' final drive. Going to skip through it because I just want to see Justin Herbert get killed. There's the first instance. Anthony Jennings on the final drive. And then finally, Milton Williams right here. Oh, actually, wrong play. Wrong play. It's coming. It is coming. There we go. Let me go back to it. Milton Williams. Boom! Just like in the Miami game early on in the year, Milton Williams, game-ending sack. And that is the final, 16-3. The Patriots. Get their playoff win in New England. Hell yeah, Kush. Hell yeah. Now, I tell you, nowadays, man, I tend, and I'm sure Pat's Nation tends to really appreciate what Drake May has done and what this team has done. Because quite frankly, I don't want this season to end anytime soon. I want them to actually continue this season and try to win Super Bowl. But you got to take it game by game, day by day, week by week. But I tell you, this season definitely got us Pats fans really back into it. The last couple seasons were tough. Last year we finally got our quarterback. All we needed was a head coach and somebody to guide this team. Mike Vrabel has done so. Shout out to him. The Pats move on. Man, oh man. We'll get into who they play later on. Rams Panthers 34-31. This right here here's the thing. Shout out to Beasley Beaner. Honestly, I gotta put this comment on the screen. May better than Daniels. Well, I'm gonna tell you this. Bill Belichick thought Jaden Daniels was a better quarterback than Drake May. Yeah. If Bill Belichick was still the coach of the New England Patriots, he actually would have drafted Jaden Daniels with his top pick. So that means the Patriots probably, if he was still the coach, the Patriots might have been drafting second overall last year. Or excuse me, 2024, because last year, it's 2025. Probably would have been drafting second overall. He didn't like Drake May's game. He thought his footwork needed work and whatnot. And that's the decision he would have made. Me personally, I got to go with my guy. I got to go with Drake, Kush. I got to. And ultimately, it's not because of me truly being biased. I feel as though Drake May, even in college, had lesser to work with when Jaden Daniels, right? Even now, when healthy and when his team is healthy, Jaden Daniels has Terry McLaurin. He had Zach Ertz. He had Deebo Samuel, right? On this team, we have a whole bunch of young guys. We have Stephon Diggs, yes. We do have Stephon Diggs and Hunter Henry. But I just feel that Drake May, with his deep ball, is a lot more prettier. It's a lot more accurate, and I think Drake May also, I feel as though and it's really tough to compare both guys because both guys do have the it factor. I know Jaden Daniels got hurt. He only played 7 games. His line was ass. It got him killed a couple times. I just feel me personally with him. Well, with Drake. Oh, excuse me. Hit my thing. I feel Drake is more. He's more the X factor. Like he does shit that truly surprises people. Like, with the Allens and the Mahomes, you feel me? Like that, like he has that factor that even on a busted play, he can roll out of the pocket. Even on a busted play, he might pull some Josh Allen shit, Patrick Mahomes shit when he's falling down, throwing sidearm and shit like that. I just feel Drake May's more dynamic in that sense. I do. I would take him, and not really because of bias. It's just because of the product I see. But that doesn't take away the fact that Jaden Daniels is one of them ones. All Jaden Daniels really needs is an offensive line and more help. No bullshit. Appreciate the 5 people tuning in. If you're tuning in on YouTube, say what's up. If you're tuning in on Twitch, say what's up. If you haven't already, like the video, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitch as well. You already know the vibe. Say what's up, y'all. But yeah, I think Drake May is the better option. I do. But I also think Jaden Daniels next year is he's gonna be fully healthy. His year 3 is gonna be special again. You can't count out the Commanders, even though they're having internal issues at the moment with their team. You can't. And you can't count out Jaden Daniels. He's still tough. He is still tough, Kush. Now, back to it. Back to it. Rams, Panthers, this game right here, this was exciting. No cap. This was exciting. This was exciting. 34-31 final in Carolina. It went down to the wire. I thought the Panthers were going to upset the excuse me. Damn. I thought the Panthers were going to upset the Rams. I really did. I really did. Ultimately, this play right here, not that play. Not that play. But this play coming up, chat. This play coming up. It didn't even show the play. These dummies. It didn't even show the play, bro. It did not even show the play. It didn't even show. Here you go. Finally. This play right here, ultimately, with 41 seconds left, was the dagger. That was a great back shoulder throw. Again, I can't play the sound because I don't want to get flagged. Cody Parkinson, what a touchdown. Broke the hearts of all the Carolina Panthers fans at Bank of America Stadium. That right there, truthfully, is, or it could very well be, Matthew Stafford's MVP moment. As much as I want Drake May to win, they might find a way to really fuck him over. And a play like that is going to do it. Play like that's going to do it. Go to the stats real quick. I'm going to go to the stats real quick, if it lets me. Jesus. Not going to focus too much on these games, though, like stats-wise. I'm going to just show you like the game-changing plays and whatnot. Start with the loser. In Bryce Young's first playoff game, 21-40, 264 yards, 52%, almost 53% completion percentage. One touchdown, one interception. He was sacked twice. Chuba Hubbard, 13 for 46 and 2 touchdowns. Young, 3 for 24 and a touchdown. Rico Dowdle barely played. I don't know why. Jalen Coker, 9 for 134 and a touchdown. Jalen Coker, Holy Cross grad. Holy Cross is in Massachusetts. Shout out to Jalen Coker. Mass bred, college-wise. Did his thing. Tenero McMillan, the rookie, 5 for 81. That's about it for everybody right now. Shout out to God's Reaper. Shout out to RJ. Yeah, nah. Coker, he had a game. Honestly, if that was the game-winning touchdown, truthfully, Jalen Coker would be getting a lot more buzz right now. A whole lot more buzz. If that touchdown was the game-winning touchdown, man, a whole lot more buzz. Whole lot more buzz. He had himself a game, and quite frankly, bro, watch out for Jalen Coker next year. Watch out for him next year. He's already a complimentary piece, but he could be the number 2 because I'm not really sold on Xavier Legette. I'm not. He could very well be the number 2 next year. Roseboom had 9 tackles. Nick Scott had 9 tackles. Derek Brown had 4. And Tashawn Gibson had a sack. So that's for the Panthers. Again, not going to spend too much time on the stats. He said, God's Reaper also said, give the Panthers a bit more time. They'll be saying, oh no, definitely. Now they will. Now that they have the taste of the playoffs, there's going to be more. I feel like there's going to be more guys that want to come to Carolina. But also, Dan Morgan, their GM, has drafted well the last couple years. I think he's going to draft well again. And I think also some prime free agents will come. Or They could trade for somebody. They could. And they have the tool. They have the cap. They have the tools to trade, the draft capital also, to trade for somebody. They got to get another impactful player. If they get somebody else or a couple more guys with somebody else on that offense, maybe another receiver, maybe, these guys are going to be even scarier. But they've had a taste of the playoffs now. Now let's just see what happens for the future. Bryce rushing TD had him thinking he was Cam Newton. Oh, no, facts. Especially if Young continues to improve. No, definitely. Young hasn't been perfect, but you could see the growth. You can. Before I get to the Rams stats, Beastly Beaner, you know what? I got to show Bryce Young some love. I do. I really do. Because that touchdown run, even when I watched it, I was like, all right. I was like, I love it. I was like, all right, guys. Let me see if I can find just that highlight. I definitely can, but I just got to. There we go, guys. Got it. Let me pause it. Let me get that right back. The touchdown run for Bryce Young. Yep. Oh, little fake out. Faked out Landman. Touchdown with the dive in. Hell yeah. They're going to show it one more time. Don't worry. Y'all can see, I believe that was Byron Young. He blitzed. Oh, faked out Landman. There you go. Dived right in. Touchdown for Bryce Young. That young. Yeah, go. Bryce Young, what a guy. He God's Reaper also said this team can only go so high as Young takes them. No, definitely. He's the catalyst. He's the leader. You know, with the season that he had this year, again, at times it was up, at times it was down, but those guys stayed with it, and he was the catalyst. He just had, and he's not the biggest guy also, so he just has to improve on his passing. It's already good. It could be better. I wish he was a little bit taller, just a tad bit taller. That way he could see the field a little bit better. But, hey, he was a Heisman Trophy winner in college. He was a number 1 pick. Guys gave up on him last year. Why, you can't be so quick to judge these guys. Just give him time, and he will continue to develop properly. Dave Canales, sat him last year for a little bit. It wasn't really to break this kid's spirit. It was really to teach him. Sit back, watch Andy Dalton play, and now look at him. He took his team to the playoffs, and he narrowly upset one of the best teams in the NFL at home. You feel me? So I do have to say for the Panthers, overall, great season by them. The Panthers should be here to stay for seasons to come. Now to the Rams. Matt Stafford, possibly the future MVP. 24-42, 304 yards, only 57% completion percentage, 3 touchdowns to 1 pick, 1 sack as well. He was sacked once. Kyron Williams, 13 for 57. Blake Corum, 11 for 45. Puka Nacua, 3 for 14 and a touchdown. Nacua also had 10 catches for 111 yards and a touchdown. Devontae Adams in his return, 5 for 72. Tyler Higbee, 2 for 45. Cody Parkinson, 2 for 34 and a touchdown. Kyron Williams, 2 for 18 and a touchdown. Reader had a fumble recovery. Nathan Landman, 10 tackles. Braden Fisk, 2 tackles and a sack. Quentin Lake, 6 tackles. Anybody else? Poona Ford had a sack as well. Yeah, Matt Stafford only got sacked one time. He only got sacked one time. And let me see who sacked him. I believe it was... Hold on 1 second. Oh, I don't know what happened. I don't know what the fuck just happened. My fault. Chat. Let me go back to the Panthers. Yeah, he was sacked only one time, and the guy who sacked him... Oh, yeah, it's Sean Gibson. Yeah, so he was only sacked one time. So if the Panthers were able to get a little more pressure in terms of sacking him. I think things would have been differently. But, the Panthers, I feel like the Panthers also need a premium edge rusher, so hopefully they can get that this offseason. God's Reaper also said, exactly, look at Darnold, sadly. Teams don't have give QBs enough time. No, they don't. You see how Sam Darnold's turned out with the Jets. They gave up on him. No proper coaching, no proper offensive line. You feel me? Then he goes to Carolina. He's there at the same time with Baker Mayfield and even P.J. Walker, and look how all of them turned out. No structure, no O-line. They all failed. Baker Mayfield's doing well in Tampa. Sam Darnold's doing well in Seattle. Now Bryce Young's there, and now with the proper coach, proper management, look how he's thrived. You feel me? Imagine if Panthers still had Burns. Yeah, facts. Yeah, no bullshit. And look and they only gave up a second-round pick for him. They only gave up a second-round pick for them. That's the thing. But yeah, chat, that's it right there for Rams, Panthers. Real quick, a comeback for the ages, 37-21. The Bears outlast the Packers. I tell you, this right here, for the Packers, it was shitty. It was shitty. Let me pause this real quick for y'all. God's Reaper also said, I come from a mindset of, I come from a mindset of let young QBs sit for a year or at least a decent amount of games so they can learn from a vet. No, facts. Yeah, it doesn't hurt when you draft a guy. It doesn't hurt to have him sit for a little bit. It doesn't. Tom Brady sat, right? Patrick Mahomes sat. Josh Allen sat for a little bit, right? Lamar Jackson sat. Hell, Justin Herbert sat for a game. You feel me? You could sit these guys. Even if you draft them early. Tua sat. I couldn't forget about Tua, even though he's ass. You can sit these guys and let them develop. You don't have to necessarily always plug them in immediately. Let them sit. Let them watch. Let them learn the X's and O's from the sideline and see what they see from the sideline to help the QB that's currently playing, right? When they get their shot, that QB that they replace, or even a backup, whenever, whether it's a year later, in year 2 or year 3, whatever, that guy's going to help them. Also, you can't really forget about Jordan Love, who's being shown right here. You can sit these guys. Aaron Rodgers sat for 3 years. It's okay to sit a first-round pick. It's not the end of the world. If you have a competent starting quarterback already, you can let the rookie learn. Let him develop. You don't have to throw him into the fire immediately. Come on, guys. He also said, but sadly, teams who are usually drafted quarterbacks aren't in a situation where they can't. Exactly. But that is the truth, though. That is the truth. They're looking for their savior, right? You know what I'm saying? They want to throw these guys into the fire immediately. And, yeah, you can do that to let them develop earlier. Let them kind of grow, while they're playing. But sometimes, it could be a death wish. You never know. Once again, thank you for everybody for tuning in so far. If you're on YouTube, like the video, subscribe to the channel for me, please. I would, I would love the support, even though y'all already supported me. Appreciate y'all. But, yeah, like and subscribe if you haven't already. On Twitch, follow me on Twitch. We are also streaming right there as well. If you're not on Twitch and you're tuning in on YouTube, sauce me and follow at WTHHS617. You already know the vibes. I'm going to get to the highlights for this one. I'm going to show a little bit of that. I'm going to start with the Packers, though. Jordan Love, 24-46, 323 yards, 52% completion percentage, 4 touchdowns. Stats-wise, Jordan Love did what he had to do. He did. Ultimately, everybody else his defense failed. Josh Jacobs, 19 for 55. That's about it. Romeo Doubs, 8 for 124 and a touchdown. Matthew Golden, 4 for 84 and a touchdown. By the way, this touchdown right here, that's Matthew Golden's first career touchdown in the NFL, and it came playoff time. So for him, I give him a congrats. 6 people tuning in. Let's run that shit up. All right. But I do have to say also, for it being your first touchdown of the playoffs, Matt Golden. Come on, guys. Come on, bro. We gotta get you right. We gotta get you right. But it was a big touchdown, so yeah. Shout out to him. Jada Reed, 4 for 43 in a touchdown. Christian Watson, 3 for 36 in a touchdown. So literally, all 4 wide receivers scored. And somehow, some way, the Packers did not win this game. Who would have freaking thought? Who would have thought? Josh Jacobs fumbled. Lucas Van Ness had a forced fumble. Hopper and Carrington Valentine both had picks. Eric Williams, 7 tackles. Edrin Cooper, 6 tackles. Keyshawn Nixon had 6 tackles. Quay Walker, 6 tackles, a tackle for a loss. Kingsley and Igbare, 3 tackles. Van Ness had a sack. Yeah, that's about it. That's about it. Key moment, though. Brandon McManus, 0 for 2 on field goals. You're not going to win games like that. You got to make your kicks, even in playoff time. Come on, guys. Brandon McManus, you sold, dude. You sold. You sold. Shout out to Baker. Yes, sir. Shout out to Baker. What do you think? Who do you think will win? Bears or Rams? I'm going to get to that. Sports Tool, I'm going to get to that. I got you. And I got a surprise. For y'all when it comes to that. Sadly, Packers defense choked. Yes. What up, Sports Tool? Yeah, no, I see you. My fault. I was just, you see me reading stats, Kaj. My bad. Yep. Yeah. Shh. RJ, chill. But if you keep the comments, yeah, that might be who I picked too, Kaj. No cap. Caleb Williams, 24-48, 361 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. Not bad. Solid. It was, yeah, you know what? I can't, I'm not going to say it was a bad debut for him. Completion percentage was off, but he did lead the comeback. It was up and down, but ultimately his team ended on the up. So for your first career playoff game, Caleb Williams, clap it up for him. Clap it up for Kush. DeAndre Swift, 13 for 54 and a touchdown. Common on guy, 8 for 27. Caleb Williams, 4 for 20. Colson Loveland, 8 for 137. DJ Moore, 6 for 64 and a touchdown. Roma Dudze, 2 for 44. Luther Burden, 3 for 42. DeAndre Swift, 2 for 38. Manungai, 1 for 22. Alameda Zacchaeus, 1 for 8 and a touchdown. Grady Jarrett and Tyreek Stevenson, each with forced fumbles. Grady Jarrett finally did something. No fucking cap. Grady Jarrett was a bust all year. The fuck, Grady Jarrett. Jaquan Brisker had 5 tackles. Edmonds had 5 tackles. Jarrett had 5. I believe Anthony Booker had, I believe that's his name, Booker, had a sack. Anybody else? No, that was it. Now, I'm not going to show all the highlights. I'm not. But what I will show. Yeah, exactly, God's Reaper. When did Grady Jarrett get on the Bears? Exactly. That's sad. Oh, give me my mic. I'm so amped. It's sad that Grady Jarrett actually didn't do shit this year. Like, actually, he didn't do shit this year that I guarantee you God's Reaper isn't the only one that knew he was on the Bears. I knew he was on the Bears, but at times I forgot. I've always messed with Grady Jarrett. I really have. And I thought he hit the jackpot going to the Bears. So I'm like, all right, he's with the Bears. It's going to be a new vibes and whatnot. He didn't do absolute shit all year. He's probably going to be a cap casualty, but, getting a forced fumble in the playoffs, it might keep you around a little bit. So shout out to Grady Jarrett, even though he's a fucking bust. That bastard. I tell you. I tell you. Freaking Grady Jarrett, guys. All right, play of the night. Play of the night. Play of the night. Gotta put. Oh, hold on. Oh! I didn't mean to do that. Didn't mean to do that. Let's go back one. Let's go back another one. There we go. Pause it. Chat. The game-winning touchdown. He was shit on the Falcons team, so he never got too much discussed. Nah, Grady Jarrett. Yeah, no. Last couple years on the Falcons, it wasn't the greatest. When he was in his prime, like Super Bowl 51, Grady Jarrett, he was a problem. Last couple years, he wasn't it for the Falcons. No cap. It was Beastly Beaner, I got you right now. I'm gonna let you know. After this play, I got you. Caleb Williams with the fake. DJ Moore with the touchdown ultimately was the game winner. Shout out to DJ Moore in his first playoff game, first playoff win. You feel me? And what a play too. Fake. Everybody bit on the pump fake. Great. DJ Moore was wide open. Wide open right there. So a Beastly Beaner said, so random, but if you could bring any player in the NFL to the Pats, who would it be right now? That's a good question. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to split it into two because obviously you got offensive defense. I'm going to give you two, and then between those two, I'm going to pick one, right? So the two guys, right, who I would pick, I would do Myles Garrett on defense, obviously, and Justin Jefferson. Now, between the two, even though this guy's the all-time sack leader this year in the NFL, broke the sack record, I got to go with Justin Jefferson because I guarantee you, if Justin Jefferson were a Patriot, I think you'll see the second coming of Randy Moss. True. Yes. Yes, Jettas. Yes. 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 Mm-hmm. And the reason why I say this also with Jettas, how funny would it be, right? How funny would it be for the Bills to trade Justin Jefferson for Stephon Diggs? Stephon Diggs is now a Pat. And then Justin Jefferson join Stephon Diggs in New England. That duo right there would be deadly. Because one, Stephon Diggs will get a lot more catches because you're so worried about Jettas. And Jettas would stretch the field. Bro, Justin Jefferson in this offense right here, you already saw what Randy Moss could do. And Justin Jefferson, I feel, has more agility. He has more agility in terms of a stronger jump. Well, I can't really say the stronger jump. But he has way. I feel like he has way more speed than Randy Moss. Even though Randy Moss is tall as shit, I feel Jettas would just be that guy that if you throw it up to him, shit. If three guys are on Jettas is coming out with that ball. No cap. But you see right now why it might be a lot more easier to get him. All you really have to do is throw the ball up to Justin Jefferson in triple coverage. If you can throw the ball up to Justin Jefferson in triple coverage, he's going to come down with it. He is. You saw that catch. Hold on. Let me go full screen. Let me full screen. You saw that catch against the Bills a few years ago, right? You saw that like, you feel me? And mind you, Stephon Diggs had a catch, damn near the same catch like that game, right? But like, you saw that from a few years ago, bro. Imagine if that was consistent. Imagine if he had a consistent quarterback in Drake May, a young quarterback that the guy could grow with. Man. and May has a date ball, yes. He needs a team. He needs a team. Beasley Peter's right. He needs a team. JJ McCarthy ain't it. He's not it. If the Pats can trade their first-round pick for him and maybe another asset, maybe even another player for him, shit. I think he can get the job done. He can. And, and like God's Reaper says, talking about Moss. Moss had the size in the hand. He did. Randy Moss. Besides, when it comes, you think about it, the greatest receivers ever. You look at them. Obviously, the top three: Jerry Rice, Randy Moss, Calvin Johnson. Randy Moss and Calvin Johnson. That was the guys that you could throw the ball up and they go get it. Jerry Rice was like that too, but Jerry Rice obviously had more speed to him. Just a tad bit smaller. Justin Jefferson could very well end up in that conversation one day if he just gets in the right system. He's already halfway there. Just get him with a quarterback, get him in an offensive system that really, really you put him in this offense, bro. Oh my God. Oh my God. Man. Oh, Garrett Bowles. He's a left tackle for the Broncos. First team All-Pro this year. Was he? Was Garrett Bowles first team All-Pro this year? I think he was. I forgot. We got to talk about the All-Pro team. We're going to talk about that later. I'm glad you brought, bro. Shout out to God's Reaper. I'm glad you brought up Garrett Bowles. We have to talk about the All-Pro team too. We have to. We will get to that. Yeah. Yeah, moving on. But yeah, Packers sold. Matt LaFleur, I think his job is safe, but honestly, bruh, that's a bad loss. You were up. You look at the score right here, right? Let me go put it back full screen for y'all real quick. Without me in the camera. Look, bro. Thank you, RJ. Yes, sir. Appreciate you. He was All-Pro. First team All-Pro. Look at the fucking score. Look at the score by quarter. It was 21-3 at halftime. It was 21-6 going into the fourth quarter. You let the Bears score 25 points in the fourth. Man, this is the fuck, bro. This is the fuck. That was the fucking Falcons Pats Super Bowl 51 all over again. That's fucking, bro. You got Nick. I ain't gonna hold you. Funny enough, me and Beasley Beaner were actually watching this game together. No cap. We witnessed it. That right there was so ass. It was so ass. Let me get back to me. That was so ass. How the hell do you blow a 21-6 lead in the fourth? Bruh. Yo. Bro. These Packers, bro. They had. What the hell? They got to, I don't know, man. That was ass. Kush. That was fucking ass. No cap. All right. Back to our regularly scheduled program. I'm going to go through this quick, by the way. Right? Bills, Jags. It's fuck the Bills, but I got to give them some credit. Comeback win per usual. Start with the Jags since they lost. Trevor Lawrence in his third playoff game went 18 of 30, 207 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks. He was sacked once. Travis Etienne and possibly his final game as a Jacksonville Jaguar. 10 rushes for 67 yards. Michelle Tootin, possibly their future RB1, 4 for 51. Trevor Lawrence, 6 for 31. Parker Washington, 7 for 107 in the touchdown. Travis Etienne, 549 and a touchdown. Brian Thomas Jr., 2 for 21 and a TD. Jacoby Myers was held in check. Only one catch for 12 yards. They took him out the game, and it proved to be the difference. Eric Murray, 7 tackles. Anthony Johnson had 6 tackles. Devin Lloyd, 6 tackles. Josh Hine Allens did get to the other Josh Allen. 3 tackles and a sack. To the Bills, Josh Allen. Hey, Josh Allen, the former MVP. 28 of 35, 273 yards, 80% completion percentage, and a touchdown. He was sacked once, obviously, by the other Josh Allen. James Cook, 15 for 46. Josh Allen, 11 for 33 and 2 touchdowns on the ground. Khalil Shakir, 12 for 82, 12 catches for 82 yards. Brandon Cooks, 3 for 58. He's been a difference maker the last few weeks. Keon Coleman finally did something. 1 catch for 36 yards. Dawson Knox, 3 for 30. Dalton Kincaid, 3 for 28. Yes, sir. Poor Jags. Yeah, I'm him. I'm praying for the Bills' downfall. Yeah, me too. Bro, we all are. Fuck the Bills, Kaish. Fuck them. Yeah, I'm not going to say it, but you know what I'm talking about. Yep, Dalton Kincaid, 3 for 28 and touchdown, like I said. Ray Davis did fumble. He did fumble on the kickoff. Actually, let me see real quick. Okay, no, he was still out there. I bet. I just had to check if he got taken out the game. I was trying to remember if he did or not. Interceptions for Buffalo, Cole Bishop and Shaq Thompson. Fun fact that many of y'all might not know. Shaq Thompson is actually a former Boston Red Sox minor leaguer. Shout out to Shaq Thompson. Shout out to Shaq Thompson, a former Red Sox minor leaguer. It's really crazy. Shaq Thompson was in the minor leagues with Mookie Betts, Jackie Bradley Jr., and the one and only Xander Bogaerts. I should have said that for Mookie Betts. I did it for Xander just to show him some love. But yeah, Shaq Thompson is a former Red Sox minor leaguer. So Shaq Thompson, clap it up. He got a pick. Shaq Thompson also led the Bills in tackles with 8. John Hancock. This nigga's name is John Hancock, actually. This nigga's name is John Hancock. What the hell? Let's get his signature. Come on, Kush. He had 6 tackles. Greg Rousseau, 6 tackles, 1 sack. Yeah, that was about it for them. But overall, yeah. Oh, yeah. Keon with only 1 catch. I drafted Keon in fantasy, Kush. I drafted him. He was ass. His season did suck. He was a bust. It's usually the God's Reaper said it's usually the Chiefs, but since Chiefs aren't in it, fuck the Bills. Yeah, exactly. It's always gonna be fuck the Chiefs, but when it comes to the Bills, bruh, and the Pats are involved, it's fuck them. It's fuck the Bills. Yeah, nigga, it's always fuck the Bills. Who am I fucking talking about, bruh? It's always fuck the Bills, guys. Hey, everybody who's on that other side. My fault, chat. But I want to show you real quick. I got to keep it going. I'm going to show you the final play. Actually, I'm going to show you both. I'm going to show you the final plays of this game. Josh Allen with the tush push. They take the lead. Ultimately, the Jags actually scored before this. They scored on the drive before this, right? I feel as though the Jags scored too quickly. Me personally. They scored too quickly. They should have ran down more clock. Now, here is the game. Let me pause it. This right here is the game-ending interception. And wouldn't you know? Oh, actually, what the hell? Is this not it? Wasn't it? What the hell? What the fuck? Pause. Excuse my language, chat. I know I've been swearing a lot already, so I know. But what the? Oh, here you go. I hate NFL NFL.com sometimes. No bullshit. Let me pause it. Now, this right here, chat, before we move on, this is the game-ending interception. Bingo. Tipped. And Cole Bishop intercepts it. Jags season is over. The Jags season is over. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Well, it was fun while it lasted. The Jags were hot to end the year. It went to his target, Jacoby Myers. Ultimately, Trey White played it well. Old reliable. He did what he had to do. And that is it. 49ers and Eagles, another upset. All games ended in all these games, a whole bunch of upsets. 23-19 final. This one I'm going to get to quick because it's fuck the Eagles still. No bullshit. I'm sorry. It's fuck the Eagles. I love Saquon. I fuck with AJ Brown. I fuck with Devontae Smith, but it's still fuck the Eagles. I'm sorry. Sorry, Kaish. Jalen Hurts. Actually, before I get into this, God's Reaper also said that he drafted Keon White. Hey, man. He fucked both of us. No cap. Honestly, the Bills could have fucked themselves over if they didn't get the interception because they left the Jags plenty of time. No, exactly. They did. They did. The Jags did have time. And ultimately, old reliable Trey White clutched up. Great season by the Jags. They're going to learn from it. But next year in the AFC South, it'll be real interesting. Jalen Hurts, 20 for 35, 168 yards, 57% completion percentage, 1 touchdown. He was sacked once. Saquon Barkley, 26 for 106. That was about it. I ain't going to read anybody else. And the Jags kicker does have that leg. He does have that leg. If he didn't miss that kick to end the first half, I think the game would have been different. Devontae Smith, 8 for 70. Dallas Goedert, 4 for 33 and a touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 3 for 25. AJ Brown, 3 for 25 and 2 drops. He did drop the ball a couple times. Quinyon Mitchell had a forced fumble. Quinyon Mitchell also had 2 interceptions for 3 yards. Quinyon Mitchell kept the Eagles in the game. He really did. Mind you, Quinyon Mitchell has yet to have an interception in the regular season in his NFL career. But when it comes to the playoffs, he gets picks, Kaish. Shout out to first team All-Pro Quinyon Mitchell. I will get to the All-Pro team afterwards. Nakobe Dean, 5 tackles. Jordan Davis had 4 tackles and a tackle for loss. Adoree Jackson, 4 tackles. No assists, 4 tackles. Yeah, that's about it. Anybody had? Anybody had a sack? Oh, Jalen Carter had a sack. And now to the 49ers. Somehow, some way, they found a way to win. Brock Purdy, 18 of 31, 262 yards, 58% completion percentage, 2 touchdowns, 2 INTs. He got the job done. I'm just checking something on my phone real quick, chat. All right, bet. My fault. I had to check something. Let me get back to it. The Eagles defense is literally just Jordan. Yeah, exactly. They are. they are. Jawan Jennings actually had a pass in this game for 29 yards and a TD. Christian McCaffrey, 15 for 48 and a touchdown. Brock Purdy, 9 for 24. Demarcus Robinson had a game, 6 for 111 and a touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, 6 for 66 and 2 touchdowns. Kyle Juszczyk, 4 for 49. Jawan Jennings, 1 for 45. Tungus, 1 for 14. George Kittle, 1 for 6. George Kittle did get hurt. He tore his Achilles in this game. He is out for the season. That means the 49ers are without him for the rest of the playoffs. George Kittle, get well soon, man. Clap it up for George Kittle. Wallow had 11 tackles. Eric Kendricks had 10 tackles. Diamondor Lenore had 8. It's crazy. It's crazy how they brought Eric Kendricks back. He wasn't retired, but he was out the league for basically this whole year. Or if not, he was a backup. But yeah, Eric Kendricks turned back the clock, and he's a part of a playoff winning team. Shout out to Eric Kendricks. Keon White had a sack. Keon White, the former New England Patriot, actually had a sack in this game. Well, hey. Pats 49ers Super Bowl. I'm here for it. Now I'm playing. Let's see what happens, guys. I want to show you some highlights of of this game. Now, I'm not going to show you the AJ Brown drops because again, I got to move on. But this play right here was electric. Let me pause it. I'm going to pause it, right? And I'm actually going to play the sound, so I will be quiet for a second.
Sky Moore again, little trickery. He's thrown it before. Going deep at McCaffrey. He's got it. Touchdown 49ers, but there's a flag. Wait. Hold on. Let's see what the flag is.
So much deception here. Ends up being your passer. Give it to Sky Moore on the jet sweep. And then I don't know why Blankenship comes out of coverage. He feels McCaffrey there, but he kind of goes to approach the running back, Jennings. And then who else? Christian McCaffrey.
What a play by Jauan Jennings. Fun fact. Here's a real fun fact, and you're going to laugh in the chat. Everybody in the chat, I want you to put some laughing emojis in here. Jauan Jennings was a quarterback, right? He used to be a quarterback. He was recruited to University of Tennessee, as a dual threat quarterback. He actually was rated higher. Here we go. Hold on, chat. If you're tuning in on Twitch, I will be back on YouTube in a second. Hold on. Hold on. Go the fuck on. Again. Oh, God's Reap. How's it looking on Twitch? Am I still smooth? It's working? All right, bet. All right. I got flagged on YouTube. I will be back shortly on YouTube. If you're on Twitch, go to Twitch real quick. If you're on, well, y'all can't see him. For my guys on Twitch, there we go. We're back. We are fully back. All right. So it's working on Twitch. YouTube, they hoed me. I got striked, so I got to chill. I have to chill on the highlights. Yeah, I'm telling you. I would like. I got to chill with the highlights. I got to chill with the highlights. No, literally. And you know what it was also? What it was also is I put sound. The one time I actually put sound to show a highlight, I got kicked. Like, bruh, what the hell? Shout out to God's Reaper for switching to Twitch. We're back on YouTube, though. Now, funny enough, getting back to what I was saying, Jauan Jennings, like I said, he was a dual threat quarterback starting out at University of Tennessee before he converted to wide receiver. He was actually rated higher than Lamar Jackson, Sam Darnold, and Baker Mayfield. Spam some laughing emojis. Jauan Jennings was a higher rated quarterback than Lamar Jackson, Sam Darnold, and Baker Mayfield. Terrible, right? It's crazy, right? Crazy. That's insane. Ah, man. But yeah, I'm gonna chill on that. We're gonna go through the last game of the night, or the last game for last night. We are gonna do it. We are gonna do it. Texans, Steelers. The Texans. I ain't gonna say it. But they got BTA'd. I was gonna say something else, but I don't want to get banned. They got BTA'd by the Houston Texans, 30-6, right? Before I get to it, because obviously you see the score. Is this Aaron Rodgers' final game in the NFL? Or, excuse me, was this Aaron Rodgers' final game in the NFL? Who knows? By the way, if you're tuning in on Twitch, show love. Show some love on Twitch. Follow me on Twitch. If you haven't already, show some love and follow me. And subscribe to the YouTube as well and like the video. Yeah. Let's get right into it. I'm not going to get striked again. I'm not going to show the highlights. I'm already in trouble. Steelers. Aaron Rodgers, 17-33, 146 yards, 1 interception. Mason Rudolph came in and threw a pass at the end of the game. Jalen Warren, 12 for 43. Kenneth Gainwell, 6 for 20. DK Metcalf, 2 for 43. He had a drop, also a costly drop in the first half. Kenneth Gainwell, 4 for 26. Marquez Valdes-Scantling, 3 for 26. Adam Thielen, 2 for 25 in his final game in the NFL. Pratt Freiermuth, 1 for 18. Calvin Austin, 3 for 8. Jalen Warren, 1 for 4. Aaron Rodgers did lose a fumble. Keanu Benton forced one. Yaha Black recovered one. Jack Sawyer also forced a fumble. Brennan Eccles had an interception. Pat Queen with 10 tackles. TJ Watt, 6 tackles. James Pierre had 4. Jalen Ramsey had 4. Chuck Clark had 3. Kyle Duggar, the former Pat, had 3. Cam Hayward had 3. Derek Harmon did have a sack as well. Keanu Benton also had a sack. So, yeah. That's it right there for the Texans. But, for the Steelers, excuse me. For the Texans, C.J. Stroud, 21-32, 250 yards, 65.6 completion percentage. 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He was sacked 3 times. Woody Marks, the rookie, 19 for 112 and a touchdown. Nick Chubb, 10 for 48. Christian Kirk, by the way, if you tuned in to First Take earlier this morning, Stephen A. had a doozy. He called Christian Kirk Charlie Kirk. I'm not trying to be funny right now. I promise you I'm not. But that was crazy. How are you going to call Christian Kirk Charlie Kirk? Come on, Cash. Do better. Jaden Higgins, 3 for 39. Nico Collins, 3 for 21. Xavier Hutchinson, 2 for 21. Stover, 2 for 13. Dalton Schultz, 3 for 12. C.J. Stroud had fumbled twice. He lost 2 fumbles. Will Anderson and Daniil Hunter each had forced fumbles. Kalen Bullock did have a 50-yard interception return for a touchdown. Funny enough, Sheldon Rankins did have a touchdown as well. He recovered a fumble for a touchdown. Jalen Petrie had 7 tackles. Jalen Petrie had 7 tackles. By the way, going back to the comments, God's Reaper, shout out to him. He's now on Twitch, tuning in on Twitch. Appreciate him as always. He said, "Who the hell knows? Rodgers probably does it." Yeah, facts. He'll probably figure it out after doing a dark room for a week. So I don't listen to ESPN. No, that's a fact. That's a fact. I don't know either. I don't know either. I wonder what's gonna happen. But yeah, Jalen Petrie 7 tackles. Henry 202. Henry 202. Excuse me. 7 tackles. Kamari Lassiter had 6. Togi had 5. Aziz Al-Shire had 3. Will Anderson had 3 tackles, a half a sack. Sheldon Rankins had 1.5 sacks. Danico Autry, Derek Barnett each had half a sack. Yeah, I'm not going to show any other highlights. But what I will show, right? And I'm not going to fully get into this right now. I'm not, because we have a lot more shit some more shit to get into. We got to get into the All-Pro team. We got to get into the Celtics and the Red Sox. And we will do so quickly. After 19 seasons, Mike Tomlin is stepping down. He is stepping down from his coaching position as head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Mike Tomlin, clap it up for Mike Tomlin. Super Bowl winner. Ultimately, did not win a Super Bowl for 17 years. And he had his quarterback who hasn't won one for 15. And he hasn't been back to the Super Bowl since he faced his quarterback in the Super Bowl 15 years ago. Happy trails to Mike Tomlin. But when you lose 7 straight playoff games and the team is basically the same every year, the same outcome, hey, sometimes the writing is on the wall. And ultimately, this writing was on the wall. No bullshit. The writing was on the wall. God's Reaper also said Rodgers will probably let people know a day before the season. Yeah, facts. Shout out to RJ. That's a fact. And the only guy left in the AFC North coaches should have been fired more than anyone. Exactly. Zach Taylor. How is Zach Taylor still a fucking coach? I don't know. Let's see what happens with Joe Burrow, too. Bro. Because that's insane. That is insane, chat. Yeah. But Mike Tomlin is no longer the coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers. They will find a new coach. The first time in 20 years that they will have a new coach. Damn. Excuse me, have a coach other than Mike Tomlin. And the first time in about over 30 years that they will have a coach other than Bill Cowher and Mike Tomlin. So let's see who the hire will be. Let us see. Now, next week, we got 4 games next week. We got Bills, Broncos, 49ers, Seahawks. Both those games will be on Saturday. The number 1 teams in both conferences will play. Will the Broncos advance to the AFC Championship game, or will the Bills knock them off? Will the Seahawks advance to the NFC Championship game, or will the 49ers, with all their injuries, somehow, some way knock them out? We'll see what happens. And then, Sunday, we got the Texans and Patriots and the Rams and the Bears. Will the Patriots advance to the AFC Championship game, or will the Texans and the best defense in the NFL take their ass out? We'll see what happens. We will have more from this game later on in the week. Rams and Bears. This one's going to be a good one on Sunday Night Football. I'm going to tell you right now, I think the Bears are going to shock a lot of people Sunday. Even though they're at home, they're going to shock a lot of people again. I think so. I don't know. Ben Johnson just knows is something else. He's something else for real. We will get into that later on in the week. Also, the 2025 NFL All-Pro team will be shown right now. It will be shown right now. Let me see something. Cash. Here we go. Word. Shout out to Wikipedia. I'm only doing this because I got to get it over with. God's Reaper also said, honestly, because Bengals ownership are dumb cheekskates. Exactly, they are. Honestly, the Pats and Texans game is literally going to come down to who the fuck gives up a first down. Who the fuck gives up first on defense? Exactly. No, it's a fact. It's going to be a snoozer in my opinion. No, it could be an all defensive game. It really could be, and it probably should be. It probably should be. I think this is the test for both teams defensively. This is. Oh, and somebody's gonna have to cave. Somebody's gonna have to cave. Now to the All-Pro team. First team for quarterback, Matt Stafford. The second team is Drake May. Shout out to Drake May in his second season. Second team All-Pro. First team All-Pro for running back is Bijan Robinson. Hell of a year. James Cook is second team. Kyle Juszczyk, first team All-Pro for fullback. Patrick McCard, second team. Kyle Juszczyk is he's a usual when it comes to it. Actually, both these guys are usuals. It's one or the other going first or second team All-Pro. All-purpose. Christian McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey, first team. Bijan Robinson, second team. For all-purpose. Wide receivers. Puka Nacua, Jackson Smith-Njigba, Jamar Chase. Headline your first team All-Pros at receiver. Second team, George Pickens, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Chris Olave. Shout out to Chris Olave on a bounce-back year. He's getting the notoriety. He had a great year this year. I do have to say shout out to Chris Olave. Yeah, Gonzo did get robbed. I'm telling you, Gonzo got robbed. And we will get to who got over him. Tight ends. Trey McBride, Kyle Pitts. Trey McBride, first team. Kyle Pitts, second team. Bounce back year for Kyle Pitts. The linemen. Like God's Reaper mentioned earlier, shout out to RJ. Garrett Bowles was first team All-Pro at left tackle. Trent Williams was second team at left tackle. Shout out to Trent Williams, bounce back year. He was injured last year. Joe Thuney at left guard, first team All-Pro. Shout out to Joe Thuney, future Hall of Famer. He has to be. Joe Thuney is going to be a Hall of Famer. He will. Very underrated. Everywhere he's gone, he's produced and his team is always doing well. Shout out to Joe Thuney. Quentin Nelson, second team All-Pro. Creed Humphrey, first team All-Pro at center. Aaron Brewer, second team All-Pro at center. Aaron Brewer had a great year. Aaron Brewer, hopefully Creed Humphrey or Tyler Linderbaum pull out of the Pro Bowl. Aaron Brewer deserves to be a Pro Bowler this year. He had a great year. He really did. At right guard, Quinn Meinertz, first team All-Pro, second year in a row. He's a first team All-Pro at right guard. Chris Lindstrom, second team All-Pro at right guard. Right tackle, Penei Sewell. He's been the usual there for the last few years. Penei Sewell, first team All-Pro at right tackle. Darnell Wright, second team All-Pro right tackle. Shout out to Darnell Wright. He finally gets a notoriety he deserves. Great year by him. Should be a Pro Bowler. Hopefully he gets it as a replacement. Shout out to the All-Pros on offense, everybody. Exactly. I'm going to tell you right now, you know what's crazy? You know what's actually crazy, RJ? The Pats actually wanted to trade for Joe Thuney, but they felt that a fourth-round pick was a lot for Joe Thuney. I don't know why. I mean, Jared Wilson has been great. He's had his ups and his downs, and obviously he's a rookie, so there's upside to him. But Joe Thuney's the GOAT, in my opinion. I fuck with Joe Thuney a lot. They got him, and the Bears got him for nothing. My laptop will die soon, so I'm gonna make this quick. Right? At edge rusher, first team, Myles Garrett. Unanimous. Single season sack leader this year. Shout out to him. Deserves it. He was going to get it all the way. Myles Garrett, Will Anderson, and Micah Parsons. Shout out to Micah Parsons making it even though he got hurt. Those are your first team edge rushers. Brian Burks, Daniil Hunter, and Aiden Hutchinson mark the second team. Shout out to them. Jeffrey Simmons and Zach Allen are your defensive tackles or / interior linemen. First team All-Pros. Leonard Williams, Cam Hayward mark the second team. Shout out to them. At linebacker, Jack Campbell and Jordan Brooks mark the first team All-Pros. Devin Lloyd and Ernest Jones mark your second team All-Pros. Shout out to them. Derek Stingley Jr. and Quinyon Mitchell are your first team All-Pros at corner. Pat Surtain and Devon Witherspoon are your second-team All-Pros. I thought Gonzo got robbed. They're gonna rob him because he didn't get an interception. Quinyon Mitchell did not get an interception either, so I don't know how. But shout out to all of them. At the slot cornerback, Cooper DeJean and Derwin James mark your first and second-team All-Pros. At safety, Kyle Williams, Kyle Hamilton, and Kevin Byard, first-team All-Pros. Xavier McKinney, Jesse Bates, and Talanoa Hufanga are your second-team All-Pros. Bates and Hufanga are ties for the second team. Special teams. Will Reichert is your first-team kicker. Brandon Aubrey's your second team. Shout out to Will Reichert. Great year by him. At punter, Jordan Stout and Michael Dixon, round your first and second-team All-Pros. Kickoff returners, Ray Davis and Kavontae Turpin are first and second team. Punt returners, Shimray DK and Marcus Jones are your first and second team. Shout out to Marcus Jones for making the All-Pro team. Marcus Jones got fucking robbed. He should have been first-team All-Pro, but shout out to Marcus Jones. Yeah, I'll tell you. I know. Trust, I know, RJ. I know. Bullshit. Devon Key and Deshaun Phillips are your first and second team special teamers. I thought, I wish Brandon Schooler would have made it, but Brandon Schooler kind of had a down year for special teams. No bullshit. But shout out to them. Shout out to the special teamers. And long snappers, shout out to Ross Matisic and shout out to Andrew DePaula. Those are your first and second team All-Pros, but those are the guys that are usually first and second team All-Pros for the last few years. Shout out to them. My laptop is dying, everybody. So we're moving on very quickly. We are going to move on very quickly. Celtics have dropped from second to third in the standings. They're now 24-15 on the year. They're on a 2-game losing streak. They lost to the San Antonio Spurs Saturday night, 195, and they lost last night to the Pacers 98-96 on a game winner by Pascal Siakam. Yeah. So there you go. I'm not going to dive too much into the games, but just know we're going to get into what happened. Right? I hope I don't get flagged. I hope I do not get flagged for this. I hope I don't.
Who want to get back their youth. Lift breaths right after first wear.
I think I thought it was a good game. I thought we did what we needed to do.
Now, this is Jaylen Brown's comments on the San Antonio game.
At the end, we just had a few possessions that got away from us. At the end, I should have probably just held the ball. I don't think it was. They went zone.
I'm skipping through because his comments are interesting. He criticized the refs.
They tried to throw a different look at it. They didn't want to go man. They didn't feel like I'll accept the fine at this point. I thought
there we go.
A lot. And I'm tired of it. I feel like honestly they just got away with a lot. And I'm tired of the inconsistency. I'll accept the fine at this point. I thought it was some bullshit.
I'm gonna play it back that way y'all can hear it. I'm gonna talk though.
Zone. It was kind of it was definitely unique trying to protect some of their guys because they didn't want to go man. They didn't feel like they could guard us. But I feel like honestly they just got away with a lot. And I'm tired of the inconsistency. I'll accept the fine at this point. I thought it was some bullshit tonight. I thought that I think they're a good defensive team, but they ain't that damn good. I thought and I hope somebody can just pull up the clips because it's the same shit every time we play a good team. It's like they refuse to make a call and call touch fouls on the other end, and that's just extremely frustrating, bro. We play hard. We are outplaying our expectations. We compete hard on the defense, reward the other team with guys are allowed to get away with.
That's all I'm gonna play for. That's all I'm gonna play for right now. That is all I'm gonna play for right now. Let me switch it back real quick. That way I don't get flagged on YouTube. Yeah. Yes. Shout out to RJ. Yeah. I tell you, the Celtics got screwed last night. They did. I'm gonna get to Joe Mazzulla's press conference. I had to switch it back that way I don't get flagged. But ultimately, Jaylen Brown got fined $35,000 for his comments. Yeah, 20 to R. It was 25. Yeah, I think it was 20 to R4. It was crazy. It was crazy. Yeah, it was tough. But yeah, the Celtics took the loss. JB did not play last night. That's why the Celtics lost to the Pacers. No bullshit. JB would have played. You know, they rested him, had a back injury, but it was ultimately for rest. You know. Now, this is Joe Mazzulla's comments. On last night's game. I'm not going to get fully into the games itself because my laptop is low. And also, I'm going to end stream soon. Very soon, actually. Very, very soon.
Joe, give yourselves a chance to win, I guess. Take us through the last couple of sessions.
Illegal screen.
Yo, Joe Mazzulla is funny as shit. Joe Mazzulla is actually funny as shit. No bullshit, bro. I'm gonna be candid. I'm gonna be candid real quick. No bullshit. I'm gonna be candid real quick. This nigga is funny as shit. He's hilarious. He doesn't hold back. He does not hold back. I want you to watch this interview. Mind you, that's the first time he said it. And you see the title. Just watch the whole thing.
What'd you say?
Illegal screen.
Illegal screen.
Illegal screen.
What fell apart to get you guys behind, and then how were you able to get back?
Illegal screen.
What do you mean by that? What do you want people to know?
Illegal screen.
Would you like to see anything else?
Illegal screen.
And here's what Joe Mazzulla is referring to. He believes Pascal Siakam got away with an illegal screen on this
Now let's see.
play before he hit the game winner versus Celtics. Now, Jaylen Brown just got fined $35,000 for what he said in his post-game interview, calling out.
No cap. Let me go back.
Interview calling out.
Let me go back.
His post-game interview.
Let me go back.
For
Hold
what
on.
he said in his post-game interview, calling out.
Hold on,
Just
chat.
got fined $35,000.
I gotta go
for
back
hit
to the
game
actual
winner
screen itself.
versus Celtics.
There we go. Right? Boom. He put his hip out.
Now, Jaylen Brown just
He
got
put his
fined
hip out.
$35,000 for what he said in his post-game
Fucking Derek White gets back in the play.
calling out the refs in their last game for the lack of free throws. Does Mazzulla get fined
And
for
you
this?
know.
I don't think so, but let me know what you think in the comments.
Meet Jan. She's an
Great shot by him. Great shot by him. Don't get me wrong. It was a great shot by Pascal Siakam to win the game. If JB played, they would have waxed him. Yeah. Telling you, bro. Joe Mazzulla's funny as shit, though. He's funny as shit for that. No cap. I tell you, man. Funny as shit. But Celtics take on the Heat Thursday night in Miami. Hopefully they can get back in their winning ways. They should. JB will be back. But I tell you, man, even though they're on a two-game losing streak, you know, you're not going to win every game, but those are two games right there, especially the Spurs game that the Celtics should have had. The refs got to do better, man. Stop fucking these guys over. No cap. But with that being said, chat, I appreciate everybody for tuning in on both YouTube and Twitch tonight. Oh, yeah. If you haven't followed me on Twitch already, follow me on Twitch at WTHHS617. Shout out to Twitch. Go show love and follow me. If you haven't subscribed already, subscribe to What the Hell's Happening Sports on YouTube. Like this video. Run up the likes. I'm about to post a short in a couple of minutes. Go run up the short as well on both YouTube, and I'm going to post it on TikTok as well. TikTok is at WTHHS Sports. Go follow me on there as well. But with that being said, this has been another edition of What the Hell's Happening Sports. It's your boy, the one and only NERO. I might get back on Twitch in a little bit. I might stream some 2K or some Fortnite for y'all. So be ready. RJ, tune in. I'm about to be on Twitch. It's about to be funny as shit. I'm about to talk mad shit about random shit. So yeah, tune in later. I'm gonna catch y'all. I'm gonna be back on stream within the next couple days. But yeah, my laptop is dying. I'm going to save the Alex Bregman news. Alex Bregman is officially a Chicago Cubs. The Red Sox never do shit right. They let him go. Let's see if they can sign Bo Bichette. But if not, fuck them. The Red Sox, But I'm going to save it. Laptop's dying. I'm going to catch y'all on the flip side. And tune in to Twitch later on. Love y'all. And I'm going to catch y'all soon.